Namaste, this is Neha. Welcomes you to my channel Sit Time. Growing microgreens at home in balcony is all fine, but if you want to take to next level and want to assemble your own microgreen indoor setup, then in today's video, I'll give you a basic idea on how to grow microgreen business with a minimum requirement. So stay tuned. For the start, invest in a small setup and see how that goes. Here I'm going to show you one rack system. You can add if you want more or buy big ones. So let's start with the rack. Now this is a vertical system with 3 shelves. Easy thing with this rack is it's totally adjustable. So you can set height according to the requirement. The height which is working out for me between the 2 shelves is 12 inch. Don't put shelves too close to each other as microgreens will burn, and don't make 2 shelves too far, otherwise they won't get the sufficient light. So adjust accordingly. At the top I have stored H2O2 bottles, some mist bottles, scissor and the germinating trays, and at the bottom some empty trays and weighing machine is there. So I am trying to utilize every space possible. The link of this rack I have mentioned in the description box below. Kindly check out. Now we'll talk about the light system. These are local T5 LED 6500K and it's 4000 lux. Power is 11 watt. For one shelf there are 2 lights, so the total area get covered. When I include microgreens into a light phase, I do 14 hours light and 10 hours dark. And I also did some extra wiring here. It made my work so easy. I linked these 2 lights with one plug and these 2 with the other. I'm using this socket in which there are 2 connections. So when you want only upper shelf to work, you put this plug in one connection and switch on. And if you want the whole system to work, just plug this second one into other connection and the whole system is working. The height between the light and the top of the tray is 8 inch. If you are using more than 2 shelves, then I'll suggest to buy extension cord and a ziplock with the rack, or you can use top of the shelf. If you want, you can use growing lights, but for the beginners I'll suggest to buy cheap lights. Don't buy expensive stuff when you are not sure how things will work out. Okay, so now let's talk about trays. These trays I purchased from the local shop. If you want, you can buy readily available microgreen trays from the market. For one shelf I'm using 3 trays, so total 6 trays you can grow here. Let's talk about fan system. The space which you are using to grow, if there is a proper ventilation, then it's okay. Here I am not using any fan because the air movement is good enough, but if the area is closed or packed, then you have to buy small fans and ziplock with the rack. For one shelf you have to use one fan, or if you have table fan, then it will work out for the entire rack system. Just make sure to keep fan speed to normal, as too much airflow is not good for microgreens because it will dry your medium too fast. Now the next is barrier. I'm using plastic barrier because whenever I do mist or bottom water, it should not come in contact with the wiring system, and it also makes sure that whatever things you are doing here, it will not disturb the other area. Now about the reflector, these are optional, you can skip if you want. I am using aluminum reflector which you can find in any car accessory shop. I am using this because it will reflect the light which are going in that way to microgreens, and it also focus light to the growing trays. If you want, you can use, otherwise you can skip. Next is watering system. I'm using this bottle to down water and this mist bottle for the top, and if you have nearby sink, then you can use garden hose. Now next is weighing machine. I purchased it online. It tells you weight up to 10 kg. I have also mentioned the link in the description below. Now weigh seeds when you are growing and weigh after harvesting and document the output. For every microgreen, do the calculation. It will help you to set the price. So last is packaging. I'm using both clamshell and this seal bags. like this. Okay, this comes in set. You can buy it online or from the local shop. It doesn't cost too much. Make sure to use good quality, as you will store microgreens in there, and it should be airtight so they don't lose humidity and maintain its structure. So these are the things. Hope I covered everything. In this video I have shown the basic requirement for the setup. If thing goes well, you can replace or invest on expensive things and expand your microgreen business. Just start with minimum budget. Do check out my next video, which is the second step on how to earn money by growing microgreens at home with this setup. I have mentioned link in the description box below. Thank you for watching. Hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe my channel and stay healthy.